go with new
New
tires.
tires. I'm a tire guy. Yeah.
Alright. If your life was a warning light on a dashboard, what would it say?
Low battery.
Wow, I didn't see that one coming. Uh, you don't have one.
I think mine is more in the ice vehicle, a starter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's dope.
Starter light.
That's dope.
Mm.
Okay, one tech gadget that you can't live without.
It's gonna be simple. The phone.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's it. Just the phone. You can't live without your phone.
You need it for connections, calls, GPS.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay. Sarish, one gadget that you feel like you can't live without.
It'll be like more work related. I would say the multimeter.
Yeah, it has to be work related.
Yeah.
I had one more. Hey, you are late to work. Your phone is on 2%. There's no charger. What is your next move? What do you do? Do you charge the phone first or do you go to work first?
No, I just let it down and go to work.
Wow. I didn't see that one coming from you.
You
Sorry,
can't
should
be
do the
late.
same.
Yeah, I think the same.
Right, 100%. Let's get back into the conversation. Right. We were speaking about ChrisnelSA, what the training side of things and the quality side of things as well. So, what is next for ChrisnelSA? What are we looking at next?
So what we're looking at next for ChrisnelSA is to really expand in our training. So I'm always saying that you can only train so many technicians, like who are already employed. What you want to do is really train, as Latabo had, asked the question, you want to train youths because they will come into contact with these cars. Because at this point, we just have, your HEV vehicles, your Toyotas that you can see on the roads there and all those things. But by the time that, the children who are in high school grow up to be adults, they'll see fully electrical vehicles. They'll
Yeah,
see
true.
those there. So we want to actually get them in so they can understand, first of all. And they can also have ideas because, we mentioned earlier in the shows, what are the different career paths? One of the big thing is recycling. Where are all these batteries going to go? So we need people who understand what the electric vehicle side is so that they can have these questions and then find solutions. That's where you create a gap in the market, and that's where you start to be innovative. So that is really our main and biggest agenda is we want to upskill the young people. We want them to know the technology because give a child a phone, they will just break it down to you. So same thing, give a young
An
child.
electric car.
Yes.
Yeah.
What can they do? They
Alright.
can do a lot. So that's our main biggest goal and objective.
100%. Okay, Sarish, the shift is here. The electric vehicle shift is here in the country. There are a lot of misconceptions. There are a lot of conversations about it, whether load shedding will affect us, whether we are ready for it. Like, what would you want a random person who's listening right now to understand about the shift that we are about to get into now?
Well, first thing I'd like to say is that the electric vehicle is just such an awesome new invention for us, and it's been so long since society has gotten something new in terms of technology. It's really been so long. I mean, we've had phones advance in certain ways, but really for the past 10 years, nothing really has changed much with cellular phones.
Yeah.
But this is something like completely new for the whole world. And it's so interesting, and it's really aimed at the youth of today. This is, like Cecilia is saying, it's going to be their car. It's a design of the future. Slowly, fossil fuels are going to run out, and we're going to find your internal combustion engine eventually running out, completely being phased out. We heard that from a lot of manufacturers. By a certain year, they're going to stop producing these types of vehicles. So it's something that people need to get into. But with the electric vehicle coming into the market now, it's causing huge shifts in the market. But it's also such an exciting time because we can see the automotive industry really changing now with this brand new product. The principles behind it, the engineering and design behind it is completely different. It doesn't have anything to do with previous concepts. It's something completely different. We're having new brands and new companies entering the automotive industry with awesome products at such affordable rates, which is which is causing such an upset in the market. Your household names and brands, particularly from Europe and stuff, we start to find that they are no longer affordable now. Or their type of electric vehicle is just, compared to products coming from the East, probably twice the price,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
even more. And they're getting a lot of unfair criticism, I would say. So this product is getting a lot of um, attention and a lot of a focus, a negative focus on these products. That's because of the shifts and the political nature behind the automotive industry. So we're finding a lot of negative feedback around it and unfair publicity around this product. And a lot of it has to do with politics, where you might find a certain person owns a certain electric vehicle company. That electric vehicle brand is getting a lot of unfair publicity, and it's just a lot of politics behind it sometimes. But it's an awesome product. It's a product that attends to all our needs, where we find fuel is becoming more expensive, where we find there's a lot of pollution in the air, and it's a product that attends to our needs immediately, especially when it comes to global warming and climate change. We see what's happening in South Africa itself, forgetting about the rest of the world. Actually, just looking at the natural disasters happening in and around the country, even here in Gauteng, particularly in KZN, where we see massive amounts of floods and huge damages. This is a result of climate change, and that's what this vehicle is here to do. It's here to attend to those matters.
Okay, 100%. Well put. Well put. I feel like that's a whole mouthful. So, speaking of the prices, because I heard you mentioning the prices, there's a comment here from Slayman. Slayman says, so how much does it actually cost to charge up an EV compared to filling up a full tank of petrol? So I don't know if you have the answer to that.
There's actually an article on that. So it mentioned that it will slash it up to a half. So
Wow.
let's say if you're filling up your fuel for 1,000, then you'd pay 500.
To charge
And-
up fully.
Yes, to charge up. So, and you can imagine even less if you go on full battery. So this article was done on a hybrid vehicle.
Oh yeah.
So now imagine the full battery. So I think two things. One thing is that we don't have, studies, because we're not predominantly electric vehicle sense.
Yeah.
So we don't know exactly the amounts. But what we do have right now is the hybrid. And
Oh, yeah.
we do know that the hybrid has slashed prices off of people. That's why it's so popular, because best of both worlds. And also, to answer the electricity issue, we are an energy and skills rich country. It's just a matter of tapping into that. We have solar. What is stopping someone from making a solar, charging station?
Definitely,
So just because there's limitations doesn't mean that it stops people from actually pushing these vehicles, into the market. Because one thing that these vehicles are really answering is the cost of living, the cost of long distance traveling. It's not trying to eradicate all combustion engines, but it's trying to say, hey, if you're traveling from, let's say, the Northwest coming to Pretoria, why spend 1K on fuel? Why
Yeah.
not slash that in half and also not put in, fuels into the atmosphere? So just to answer that, it reduces your cost. So it's really good on the pockets.
So approximately half
So
price.
approximately half price,
Okay.
and possibly even lower if we have the full batteries in
Yeah.
our markets.
Okay, 100%. Okay, where do people find you? How do they get in touch with you if they want to do training with you? If they want to know more about ChrisnelSA?
So they can, search on us, ChrisnelSA. They can find our website. They can also contact us on LinkedIn or Facebook, and they can give us a call. I don't know the number off by heart, but the website. So just call us, and then you'll be met with either me or, Charisse or Jacques, and we can explain further, because I really think that this is an extensive, conversation people want to have.
Yeah,
So
true.
we really here to just, communicate and also converse, because one big thing is I'm in university, I'm in high school. How do I get into this industry? What do I do?
Where do I start? Yeah.
Yes, so we want to answer those questions. We want to be here, but also providing quality training. That's the thing, and ensuring that when people get to understand and get to have these cars, they feel safe. They feel like, yeah, I can